You're watching Hillbilly Luxury, and it's time to do another watch review. That's right, I got my homie's watches here. He hooked me up. So don't forget, I have no association with these watch companies, and these are not my personal watches. So I have little to no information about them other than I'm going to open them up for us to take a look at. It's the best way to figure out if these are, something you would be interested in. And we got here a Nautis. So let's flip it around and take a look. All right, we got a big old Pelican style case here to pop open. It's pretty good quality. Good texturized sticker here. Let's crack this baby open. All right. Ooh, good action here. All right, so it's got a gasket, runs along. So this could be used for, any watches really. You can put anything in here. Maybe take this out and have a multi-slot. Put 3 watches in here. You ain't got to worry about them getting damaged or anything. I think that's where I'd keep my Rolex in one of these. All right, so let's take a look at this piece here. All right, it is obviously a diver. Give a little wipe down here. All right, first things first, we got to check out this bezel. All right, it's pretty good action. Oh, you gotta get it on the edges. That's right. Not much traction up here because the rubber strap meets up here really close to the bezel. So best place is on the sides right here. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Nice sound. It's a really smooth gliding bezel. All right, let's get this box out of the way real quick. We got a card here. It's pretty nice. We got a tool. Ooh, that's a nice tool. All right, all right. What we got over here on this end? Is this a spring bar tool? Yeah, buddy. All right. And we got the bracelet. So he said there was a problem with the bracelet on one of these watches, so we'll take a look at it. I'm thinking this one's it because I don't know why he wouldn't have it on the bracelet. That's a cool looking buckle right there. It's a little oversized in my opinion. It's like might not be very comfortable, but I can't tell till I try it on myself. So forgive these watches look like they're worn because they have been worn. They're not brand new. These are owned by my friend, so he's going to wear them. And let's see, even though I know he doesn't wear them very often because he spends a lot of time at work like I do, and it's hard to rotate through your watches. All right, well, for me, the strap is there's not a lot of strap there for me. I got a fat man wrist, so this extra keeper is pretty much useless for me. I might have just, if it was my watch, I would just take this one off. If it's movable, yeah, I would just take that one off. But overall, it looks pretty good. It's still a little tight on me. Maybe it would break in. I'm probably have to go to even further out. Go right in here, take a look, see. Yeah, see, I'm not really a rubber strap kind of guy, because to me, they're kind of clammy. You know what I mean? They're like stuck up against you. I like a bracelet because it's got more airflow, and it can slide around. I don't like it being really tight, but yeah, overall, I don't really know how I feel about that. I feel like that would get caught on stuff. It's freaking huge. Yeah, it's kind of oversized. So let's take a look at the back. All right. Yeah, we got some nice, it's pretty nice for the money, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure these are really affordable watches here. Got helium escape valve. But yeah, all that looks very well done. We got this nice tire tread on the inside of the rubber band. And it's a good feeling band, Probably vulcanized rubber or, maybe silicone. Feels like it's Feels like it's vulcanized rubber. It feels higher quality. It doesn't feel cheap. Yeah, overall the watch seems to be pretty good. It's a quartz, so you don't have to worry about you know, getting it serviced really. You put a battery in it and it'll last. It's one of those you can just grab it and go. Let's check out the crown. Yeah, it's got a good pop. Yeah, seems to be pretty good. Not loose. Nice and smooth. Let's check out that date action. Okay, it's a pretty decent date. I got a little applied logo up there. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Is that an anchor? Yeah, it is an anchor. Get that crown screwed back down. Yeah, I mean, for the money, it looks quite nice, you know. Those hands, pretty basic though. I don't really see much going on with those. You know, they're pretty much just stamped sheets of metal. I don't see any beveling or, you know, really any detail. There's no crease, you know, where they make them look like a sword. So, but they're nice. They're not let's see if we can zoom in here. They're not I don't see any shards of, you know, debris or anything. Maybe there's a little piece right there by the base of the second hand. But other than that, they look really nice. We got like a linear, was that a brushed? Kind of a brushed dial. Yeah, it's very light. But it's kind of a vertical brushing. They put the Nautis all the way around the Interceptor ring, or the rehalt, whatever they call it. You know, I could live without it. It seems like it's a little bit of over branding, in my opinion. We don't need that. I'd rather than put some type of cool design around that versus just continuously saying the name of the brand over and over again. We get it. Rolex does it. But Rolex does it a hell of a lot nicer than that, to the point where you don't really notice it till you look for it, you know. We don't have any serial number down at the bottom. And there's a better look at the case back. All right, let's take a look at this bracelet here, see what's going on with it. Well, it looks like it's good and milled. And it is broken. Yep. That button is broken. That button works. See that? This button does not work. Yep. And he told me that this watch, the one with the broken bracelet, was the one that he, from the moment he sized it and put it on, it broke and it got stuck on his wrist. And he said he had sized it a little too tight and it began to cut off the circulation to his hand and he couldn't get it off. So he started panicking and he had to use the tool to push, because these are push pins. And he said he had to hold the tool and take a hammer and and hammer a pin out to get it off his wrist. So yeah, he said he began to freak out, you know. So I can imagine, you know, if you size it too tight and you clamp it down on your wrist and then all of a sudden you can't get it to release. Yeah, I'd start to freak out a little bit too. That's unfortunate because the end links here look very well done. I told him to contact the brand and see if they could send him a new bracelet. But he said he's not worried about it. He's just going to keep it. He has a whole bunch of straps he changes his watches out on. So he said he wasn't really worried about dealing with it. So, but if it was me, I would, I'd be definitely calling him up and being like, hey, my strap is broken. So, if you ever want to holler at him, you can use this video and say, yeah, here it is. This is it broken. So let's do a lume shot now. We got our handy dandy UV light here. Blast it. And then check him out. Looks pretty decent.
Looks like it might be fading pretty quickly. Don't look like it's on the level of Seiko. But yeah, I'll do a lume shot or a lume test with the other watches that he's given me at the end, and maybe do a lume comparison. That way we can, get a comparison. All right, let's pull out these here calipers I got, and we will see the size of this thing, its true size. And it is a 40.6. So it's about a 41 millimeter is what I would call it. And it is 14, almost 15 millimeters thick. So it's definitely thicker than it needs to be considering it's quartz. We all know that quartz movements are very thin. So, it doesn't need to be, that big. Really, it could have shaved a little bit off. It's pretty chunky, pretty heavy. It's a good watch, good size watch. It feels like it's got the weight of a mechanical. Some people like the weight of a watch and want a big heavy watch. But me personally, if it doesn't have to be heavy, there's no sense in making it heavy, in my opinion. So overall, I think it's a good looking watch. I've not known much about the brand, so let me take a look and see what I can find out about it. Okay, after refiddling with it, I managed to get 42. Looks like we'll just call it 43 millimeters, which is what their website is saying. It's 43 millimeters. It's got a 316L stainless steel, Ronda 515 quartz movement. So it's a Swiss movement, so that's a little bit of a price bump there. Yeah, $500 is what I'm seeing on the website. I'm seeing them for a little bit cheaper on eBay, around $300 and something dollars. Yeah, for around that price, I'd have to say no, I wouldn't go with this watch. There's so many other options in that price range that I would just, I would probably go with a San Martin or, even that Sea Stern. That Sea Stern was $200. Is a much better watch than this. Even the bracelet, we have a broken bracelet here. So the quality, in my opinion, it's borderline there. Definitely around the $300 range. I could see it. But, just for a Swiss quartz, it's just not worth it. These Swiss quartzes are, these movements are, $1 a dozen in the watch industry. So really, the Swiss made, which it doesn't even carry Swiss made on the bottom. It just says Swiss movement. So yeah, so take it as you wish. If you like this style of watch, you like the look of this watch, then more power to you. You got your looks like Tudor almost style hands, maybe more of a Seiko style hands. I think Seiko did with the Willard. It might be more of a Seiko style with that 12. We got the Rolex, Cyclops date window. We got basically the Rolex bezel, Rolex style rehault in there with the brand name over and over again. So it's like like a collage. It's a mix between a Seiko and a Rolex Deep Sea. So it's not a terrible watch by no means, and it feels good in hand. But for me, I would just, as a realist, I prefer to just get a Seiko, or just get a San Martin, or hell, even a Seiko for that price. You could get one of the new GMTs that are like the old SKXs, but they're not SKXs now. They don't even have screw-down crowns, apparently. I've not personally seen one, or held one, so I just know from reviews that I've seen that I was like, I don't really know why Seiko did that. It's kind of cheapening it, but it's really the same price. So, but anyways, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can get notified every time I upload a new video, because I got a lot more watches to look at, and I got them across the board. So anyways, peace out.